Hello and good evening and welcome to my stream once again. Feels like I've just lost my championship on Sunday and we're already back on track. But anyway, hi everyone, hi Marvin, hi Joao, Mario, Dan. Thank you already for the support. Fresh cut indeed. I promised I'm gonna get a haircut. It was about time. I mean, the headset always makes it a bit weirder than it should be. Anyway, I would love to make it on track, but I cannot make it on track. Unable to join the server. Hi Jack, hi Carlos, hi Jordan, and hi. I would need to learn this Eastern Asian alphabet to be able to say hello, but hello. Past 1.5k indeed. I mean, actually it's been a year since I started properly streaming, so I guess I gained like 1000 in a year, which is solid for a start, I suppose, for not really putting out much videos, but just doing streams and shorts. Yeah, I don't know, like I would love to do some practice, but okay, this server is a bit empty. Ah, nice. Guess I'll get to do 2 attempts. Yeah, it's quite aerodynamic, right? And also weight reduction. If those 3 grams count for something. I mean, what was it? Was it Nico Rosberg in 2016 trying to shave off every single gram that he could, even like paint of his helmet and so on, to gain every 1000 on track? Ah, Vandal. Copy. Hi Rui. Anyway, we are on track, and believe it or not, but I told myself, well, let's try the Porsche once again, give it a shot. Maybe this time with this esports brake bias. See if that works. It's gonna get supposedly some huge update with Big Bop and other changes, I don't know. Let's see when it goes out. It's quite silent, I think. Let me try to block the road for a moment. Settings, sound. Maybe put master volume to like 50. Hopefully that's fine. Very bright. Ah! Copy. When you say very bright, you mean the track, right? I mean, yeah, I have optimized it for the night race of Bahrain. I think I did decrease the gain on the camera a bit. I can do it a bit more. I guess that's a bit better, right? Oh, where is my mouse? This should be more natural colors now. Less shiny. So, it says it's wet, right? In the name of the event, but I don't see any wetness. I mean, it says the track is damp, but there is no rain, like no clouds with a raindrop on the weather forecast. So who would know? I will not do the Imola race. I will do this, and I will do Portimao GT3, and then I will do the WEC experience at COTA, and then it will be quite late already. And one option was also to quickly load iRacing because there is new tire model, but then at the same time I'm not really too much of an iRacing streamer, and then Michi will be doing that already, so if you guys want to see a bit of RF2 LMU driver perspective on the new iRacing update, Michi will be doing that. Yeah, the Porsche is already Porscheing me around. It's wet and then it starts drying. Well then, I mean... I hope it will be really wet at the start of Quali. So we will have to put medium wets on and so on. Thing is that cars like BMW and Ford are having zero chances in the wet. And then Porsche should be best in the wet because of all the traction that it has. But Porsche is a Porsche and I really don't like to drive it, but I told myself, let's give it one more chance. It's still too much ABS. What makes the GT Porsche? I don't even know, like it just feels a completely different car. For whatever reason. Tires still cold or what? Or what is that weird snake sound or like shaking sound? Like over curbs. Something is shaking in the cockpit, or like there is some effect. Like pss, pss, over every curb. Should be time to switch anyway. To switch to the official server. One more push on maybe. Good entry. Nothing on the exit. Oh, I didn't want to spin onto the track. Don't ban me, Dan. Sorry. So, join event. We will have Mabix in the Porsche as well. And then I will do Portimao, and I thought of maybe trying out the Aston or the Aston. Still don't know how exactly to pronounce it. Even though it's supposedly not BOP'd in the best way. 0% wet. 40%. Okay. So let's quickly put wets on. It's why, like, if it's locked, so why do I need to click every tire? This shouldn't be the case. Like, if I unlock, then I understand, but if it's locked, then I don't know why I need to do this. Either way, I think I can decrease max pedal force a bit. Less fuel. Wiper on, lights on. And let's do some unsafe releases from the garage. And see how it goes in the wet. I mean, everything is locked, like even dampers. You can just set separate damper or like packer, or like everything can be selected or like everything can be locked or unlocked, except the tire cannot be locked and unlocked, and that's a bit weird, and it caught me off guard almost a couple of times. No rain drops. Handles quite nice in the wet, to be honest. Ah, the overlay. Ooh. I will fix it. Hi, Ankesh. Yes, I still have that bug, right? When the HUD option goes from full to basic randomly every second time or like every other time when I open LMU. So let me quickly go to... yeah, it's on basic. And this apply is always grayed out, I don't understand. Anyway, 7-minute quali. Why am I on mediums? Tires, wet. Okay, at least this does all the tires. About the tire bug, it's pretty obvious that the system somehow put softs on. We compared logs with Michi. He had same. Talked to Fabio Grigoletto. There was no other explanation for his sudden lap time apart from him actually getting softs for the last run in Quali. We submitted the logs, the traces, everything we could, but no further info. But it's a weird bug, right? I mean, it's kind of a relatively new thing that the game only shows soft tires for 2 tracks and not for any other track. So I assume that it got confused and somehow made us sometimes in some outings have softs for Bahrain as well. Super weird, but yeah. Well, now I decreased the gain on the camera and now it's quite dark, right? Because it's wet. Hi Italo. This is bronze race, yes. Beginner or bronze or whatever it's called. Yeah, prefer to call it bronze. I mean, at least I'm like, I don't know, can I say I'm proud of myself because I called it in advance. Like during the race I said best explanation is that I'm actually on a soft tire. And then it actually turned out that it was the soft compound. Still lost the championship. Anyway, let's make some fast lap times. Now we will have only 2 attempts. Lifted too much. I think it would be like partly flat out or like 50% throttle, and that would avoid the snap when like lift oversteer. That's some abrupt lighting changes. Thought that was fixed. Ah, that's better with headlights. quite a nice car in these conditions. Purple S2, beautiful. Hi Jonathan. This is not flat, right? It maybe be flat. One more attempt then. With track drying, I don't know, probably I should have waited a bit longer for the water to evaporate. So much faster without fully lifting. I don't think it's drying up much though. Okay, I can be happy with this lap, but probably not enough for pole. Okay. How much is Mabix increasing his... yeah, that's... That will be close. A bit wide. A bit of understeer. Is that a pole for me? He messed it up. Threw it away and I am on pole position. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, Charlie, that brake bias trick is a weird one. But yeah, it indeed works. 20-minute race then. Wait, is this a wet start? 40. Yeah, it has to be wet start, right? No way we gonna get away with it. Don't really know what exactly to do with fuel. Well, for 10 laps we would need faster than 2 minutes, right? No, wait. Faster than... Nah, it's... minutes 13. I don't even know what fuel I need. I'm just gonna, I don't know, take 35. 35 should be fine, right? Yeah, Charlie, makes sense. So I am on wets. And track is wet, yeah. There is no way to have slicks with this. Do I have too little fuel then? No, I think fuel should be fine. It will update, like it's now saying 8.6, but it will update, right? I mean, anyway. If not, I'm gonna go slow. It was usually like, I don't know, 32 liters around here for a 20-minute race. That Rolex board changing in total energy board every time, right beyond the green bar. Hi Ann, thank you. I was too scared. He's not making that corner. Oh, he is. Oh dear. Well, great move from him. Flat 6 indeed. Would be just nice if this car was also handling as well as in real life. But they are gonna be fixing it soon. Already understeering around. It's for sure such a weird car to drive. I'm scared by this corner. But Mabix is just going flat out. Well, not fully flat out, but gaining so much time. Well, the rears are already melted, basically. Not sure if that's good for the wets or not. I mean, it's a short race. And yeah, I mean, it offers a lot of rotation, but yeah, as Charlie, as you say, it requires a lot of precision. Otherwise, it can go very quickly between understeer and oversteer. And I ABS'd myself off the apex. But that's too much ABS, right? Let me try 10. Just need to trust the car there. Good evening, Ayus. A new haircut indeed. I'm trying to be precise and not have the rear dancing around, but it just keeps doing it. How to catch Mabix? Probably has done some races here already. Maybe that's my sim racing excuse for the day. Well, honey, you tell me. I gained a bit of... I didn't gain. I think sector 2 and 3 were better in previous lap for me. Mark La. out of the race. He was third on the grid, right? But I mean, if I... it would be too good to be true if I was just suddenly on race pace, even though this is my... It's not my first race with Porsche, but like, it's my second race with the Porsche. First one was on the release day around Fuji. Terrible experience. More TC perhaps. But in fact I don't want more TC, it's cutting me off already quite a bit. He is struggling as well. Gained half a second, alright. I guess I could do +1 cut. So should be 5 more laps, or is it 4 more laps? Tiny pedal says 4 more. But top right is... what is 9.4? Four laps left. Okay. Yeah, that's good. But like that 9.4 at the top right is a bit confusing. Yeah, I see. Every lap it's gonna be worse and worse for the rear. Drier and drier, but the rear will be hotter and hotter, and front will be gaining grip, the rear will be losing grip. I started with full energy, but I just decreased the fuel. Keep messing up turn 1. push is gonna be more and more scary as well. Well, under rain, Alex, the Porsche feels nice, but I think it has to be heavy rain. Yeah, as soon as it starts drying out, then rear is cooked. Mabix is so confident in the corners. Well, Alex, I certainly hope so, but I don't know. So 2 laps remaining. Apex finally. I'm gonna be slower sector 1 anyway. It was a bad exit. Guess I take the cut. Wonder if he's managing the rear more. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you manage it more, the temperatures are lower, but then I know that the temperatures are because of the rolling resistance on the straights mostly. So it doesn't really help much to save the tires. Yeah, at this point I'm back to the Fuji experience where I just don't know how to drive the car anymore. I mean, I did cook the rears even harder because of the big slide. Oh, the cooling... Wait, this is gonna be the last... Yeah, it's gonna be the last lap for sure. It's just that as I approach the apex, I will get the lift off oversteer even if I'm not really doing anything. I just need to have at least 10% of throttle to have the car stable. Unless I'm kind of in ABS. About the brakes, I mean about the brake blankets and the cooling. brake was not a cut, nice. Yeah, I mean, again, there is no heat transfer between brakes and tires yet. And then about the actual brake cooling, I mean, it's not really that important, I think. Like, you're never really out of braking or like stopping power anyway. I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but I don't know how to drive the car in the long run. It's worse and worse, like the drier it is, the worse it drives. So hats off for all the brave people who have done events like the Spa 2.4 special with this car. At this point I'm like, sell the simulator and start doing something else, because I'm like, I mean, would need to do many laps to learn the car and so on, but it's just no idea what to do differently. Just survive. I mean, it's last lap anyway. But it will have to be GG to Mabix. Great lap 1. Great overtake around the outside. And then I started to close in a bit. He did 2 or 3 mistakes, but yeah, then in the end, dry line appeared and I forgot how to drive. Well, P2 is P2. If I was in Mustang, I would be enjoying myself, but I would be 2 seconds of pace from the start anyway, because, well, front engine in the wet is not good. Quick check of what happened here. I mean, I thought I braked late enough, but I was just too safe. Here I was just too scared. Although that's good, because he couldn't get like an overspeed, because he had to pull out of slipstream immediately. Okay. Lack of practice, I suppose. And good move and good confidence from him. ACC drivers better than RF2 drivers. I mean, you know, probably much easier to go from ACC to RF2 than the other way around when it comes to finding the pace. Just trying to find one big drift. Was it here? Whee! I mean, anyway, should be some DR gain. Ah, forgot to check what happened to Mark. I am just going to register for the next one quickly. I mean, it should be 8 minutes to go. Could make it a short, perhaps, but I mean, it's just a drift. I would need to make a like huge cinematic edit to make it more interesting, I suppose. Okay, so nobody taking the Aston. Is the Aston that bad? Like I literally see no Astons. Would still like to have a good race, you know. Check the leaderboard. Let me just... Wait. I don't want to join practice, I want to register. Anyway, now that we are here. That's the first of the Astons. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Fixed set, it's Chandersteer. Copy. Well, now I don't know. I wanted to take it, you know. But you're scaring me. Why is the Aston never on pace anyway? Other idea is to take the Corvette, but no, I wanted to take the Aston. Let me lose some DR anyway. I'm gonna try. Empty server, very nice. I can quickly join. What's going on with my millimoles per liter? Let me get... yeah, be right back. Okay then. Still need to try the Aston with BB. I will do it. A bit less max pedal force, brake bias all the way to rear. ABS, I guess I keep it at 11 for now. Let's see. Should I move it a bit forward, maybe? Guess that's fine. Is this still the viable pit exit, I suppose? No cut. Where is the front? I mean, it still understeers less than the Porsche when it's stable. Band copy. It's still possible to cut that exit at Bahrain as well. Don't think they have done any fixing. I wouldn't call this what did Dan call it, Chandersteer. It's alright, like it rotates, it's stable, it has some rear, it has some front. I would drive this over Porsche any time of day. If it was on pace. But let's see, maybe it's good. Ow. I love this car. I mean, this is really nice to drive. But we will see the lap times. Ah, that's a cut. Not a cut? Okay. I wouldn't like to find out in a quali lap. This is the first car that's neutral around these corners here. Well, it's still understeer here. That corner before it's actually neutral. Let me do one more turn one, then I go to the server. Okay. Should be good. Malinowski. Always scared by the Porsche people, but I don't know, like always when I race against the Porsche guys, they have crazy pace in quali and lap 1 and 2. And then I'm just waiting for them to destroy the rear tires, but they just don't. They fall a bit in the pace, but they keep it stable. And when I drive the Porsche, I cannot keep it even straight, let alone stable. Hi Matej, I gave my shot. I gave ACC my very good shot. I did quite some hundred of hours, I think. With Bursty Sport back in the days, we did some endurance championship there. So the problem was, well, main problem was that we were quite off pace, and when we are easily fighting for the top of the top in RF2 or LMU, where is FAB? Okay. In ACC we were like making our best and hardest effort to make it like top 10 or top 15 of not even top level league. And while the pace seemed to be there, we could be maybe within half a second of the top pros of ACC. It was just, I don't know, we probably lacked a lot of knowledge. We didn't really do much on the setup. We clicked around, nothing made any sense. And then like teammate Jesper has quite some real life racing experience, and he got so fed up with how ACC drives that he uninstalled it while leading some championship with some prize pool. He couldn't be bothered anymore. And for me, ACC has 0 FFB. I couldn't make it so that the car would communicate to me. It always, apart from the wet was kind of fine, but in the dry, the front felt like it's not there. It felt like FFB is coming from the rear only. And the tires felt like there is no rubber on them. As if I'm driving like either on wooden tires or straight on the rims. It was very consistent, like I could do whole stint within 1 or 2 tenths. I was really like making solid lines, solid driving. But the issue was that the whole stint was 9 tenths of the pace. And at no point, I tried every different line through every different corner, different combinations of inputs. Nothing changed the delta. The delta was always the same, whatever I did. So I got very frustrated by it. And yeah, I mean, luckily we have LMU now. And then like even iRacing feels better than ACC. And I never really regarded iRacing too high. Then again in RF2, like I grew up in RF2 kind of as an esports driver. And if you do that, then it's hard to it's really hard to adjust to anything else just because the feedback you get is just significantly less. And about the brake pedal, I don't think I can ever use 100%. I think it always goes to ABS, if even in a straight line. Like with BMW, or was it McLaren? I think when we drove the McLaren weekly or special around Interlagos, I had like 70% or 75%. Couldn't use anything more than that. Although Interlagos doesn't really have like a straight braking zone apart from turn 4 braking maybe, but that's not really your typical high speed into low speed corner, like high speed straight. Yeah, about this pit exit, I mean, it's, I suppose, with like nowhere it's defined what is pit exit in online regulations for LMU anyway, I think. So if game allows, you take it, right? Although Bahrain, if you skip the whole turn 1, it's I guess that one could be taken as very unsportsmanlike behavior. I mean, I got frustrated by RF2 as well, but in a very different way. In RF2, the problem was that on newest tires, like the more you esported the cars, the more you realized you have to turn less, sacrifice front grip in order to maximize rear rotation and rear slip angle. And that's supposedly being fixed better and better in LMU, so I really appreciate LMU. Well, quali time. That's the only car that I can push into this corner. And it's really well balanced. Camila, I don't know. About the Porsche, I have no idea, to be honest. Destined to melt the rear. Yeah, Jan, that's great news for me. I mean, they will enjoy it more than ACC, in my opinion, but also for increasing the player base of LMU. It's good. So later on the brakes. That's too late. Better than before still. Needs to lean so hard on front left there. Anyway, provisional pole again, but people will get me, I guess. One more attempt. I shouldn't have downshifted. Big pain. I'm overdoing it now. But there were like 3 tenths still, if I nailed it. Oh, that's not bad. Good car. One of best tracks in the world. I mean, I agree with you, right? I mean, it's... I think if the last corner is flat out... Actually, for GTs, you don't really need... Dirty air for GT cars is not that much of a problem, so last corner not being flat out is fine. And then for cars that require longer straights for slipstream, you have a lot more front downforce anyway, so you just can make the last corner flat and actually gain a good draft into turn 1. It's a nice track, like all the elevation changes. But anyway, like I'm on a pole or what? Why am I on pole? Well, wanted to say the only Aston in the field, but there is another Aston. What a nice car. Wanted to double check my fuel. Oh, so many logs. Need to clear them. Engine, I took 2.5. Twelve times 2.5, 30 liters. It's quite good racetrack for environmentalism and so on, because you don't really go flat out much. You save a lot of fuel. Let me just take a bit more, just in case. Better than most Mustang, whatever it's pronounced. I don't know, like I really like the balance. I guess the weight distribution is more neutral on Aston, so that's why it handles better for me. The Mustang is maybe too understeer in some cases. Yeah, I guess people wanting to do kind of esports or high-level leagues in ACC see now AC Evo being kind of more like for general public, not for necessarily sim racer enthusiasts. Out of line, copy. It's quite late here, right? The green. I had to move a little bit out of the apex. Oh no, 3 wide. What a move there! I don't even know what happened there. I just saw 2 Porsches overtaking themselves. Almost overshooting the apex into turn 4 or 5. Thought I had to stay off the line a bit. Suddenly we were 3 wide. Now, don't let me watch a Porsche drive into the distance again. But it's always like this with Porsches, they are not really that OP in Quali. But when lap 1 comes, they are just crazy fast. Until their rears start heating up. Ah, ABS. I saw him about to prepare a dive bomb, and then I just stomped the brake pedal, and it said no. Come on, Aston, do something. Yeah, the chat, the guy in the chat is surely not the happiest. I don't understand this brake bias. I'm all the way to the rear and it's still ABSing me off the apex. I saw something cooking in the rear of the Porsche. Good news. Probably the Porsches will now start losing the lap time. Turn off ABS down to 5. I mean, let's try. Oh, that's nice. The rear was a bit more alive. There was still a bit of ink. But that's a solid recommendation, thank you. I might still put it to 7. I think for Quali 5 is great, but now I kind of put too much heat into the tires already. Or maybe I would need to put brake bias to 45 front. Still slower than the Porsches. Ah, way too much curb there. How is that not a cut? Didn't even have to lift that much. But I mean, if a car is heavy, it means it has more mechanical grip, like it's pushing down on the tire into the ground more. So it should be less likely to lock up, right? And the ABS only triggers when certain lockup threshold is reached.
More weight on the front, yeah. For sure. I mean, I think the Mustang has even more weight on the front anyway. And those curbs are aggressive. Not easy to brake on them. I think what the ACC guys really use well in LMU is that transition from ABS to no ABS. Like the way that you release the brake pedal and point the car into the apex. I think that translates very well from ACC to LMU. I'm for sure struggling more with the brakes compared to some ACC guys, because I never really drove a car with proper ABS. I mean, probably I've been complaining of it already in the previous streams, but like either I was driving F1 cars or it was high downforce cars, like prototypes without ABS or GTEs and so on. And in the times when we had GT3 in RF2, it was with crazy effective ABS, which was not really ABS as we know it here. Feels like the Porsches are now doing the Porsche things. That's a second gear corner. Always lose so much in first. they still have the pace ahead. Yeah, Dan, you can... no, not at the same time, to be honest. You can... It's either or. Actually, we'll need to double check. My inputs are so bad. Like the exits are so weird because it's kind of understeery until the TC suddenly is not powerful enough for all the power, so then suddenly it's a snap, so... Well, I can do 1 or 2 more cuts, I suppose. And that first gear is so long. You kind of accept that there will be no wheel spin, but just like at the top range of the first gear, the wheel spin happens. One lap to go then. Well, hats off to the guys ahead for not totally destroying the rears. They're not even gonna battle or what? Hoped for at least one dive bomb. Well, alright then. I suppose, be happy with at least same pace with the Porsches in the last laps. 45.6. They dropped to 46s, but well, they were kind of defending in the end. Okay. Yeah, the Aston is not that bad, I suppose. I thought it's a bit of pace, but well, would have to do more races. But with the Porsche, it's still like it. I don't know. In Quali, it's a GT3. At race start, it's GT1. After 2 laps, it's GT2. After 10 laps, it's GT3, and then if it's an endurance race, at some point it becomes GT4, and then it crashes out without a rear wing or with rears fully melted. I don't know. But GG to 1 and 2, good race from them. Couldn't really fight them. But at the start, it was all good and well until I wanted to take the apex, but then I saw there was never any overlap. I should have taken the apex. And then I kind of understeered wide onto the marbles and the Porsches with their crazy pace. It's usually the car in the middle that's in the worst position. But actually in this case, it turned out to be beautiful because... why is it going the wrong way? So Maciej just went too wide, and then Paul did the perfect switchback. That was so close, like here it was already a perfect time for a nice half spin. And then I decided to brake on the inside. Turned in. Yeah, what was with that? Was it BMW? Slightly too wide. Ooh, okay, okay. I mean, fair try, but I mean, it does drive like a NASCAR, the Mustang. So, you know, he was the only car at the apex, so he had the right to space. So, you know, just have to leave him space. Ooh, that was a beautiful exit. What a power slide. Even a bit of smoke from the power slide. Yeah, that's not something we normally see. And there is something just so broken with the Porsche. Let's see what they do with the update when they fix it. But how did they then lose the position to Maciej? Yeah, no, that lap 1 was good fun for sure. Ah, yeah. Like, I had better exit. I thought, well, next corner I surely pull 1-2 meters gap. But the Porsche can just carry the speed. And then I saw dive bomb coming. I broke late and forgot that it's car with ABS and that ABS doesn't work for me but against me, so... Straight off the apex. Anyway, was good fun racing this. Yeah, bottled it myself kind of, but it's hard. It's really hard to battle these Porsches. I mean, I'm always remembering that Spa special event, the 2.4 race, where the leader in the Porsche had like literally 8-9 tenths per lap on everyone else for the first 5-10 laps. And throughout the race, it slowly but surely turned into a GT4. Well, time for some hypercar.
daily, intermediate. You guys are less fast on iRacing or on hypercars than usual. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is ACC-ish now with the front tires. It kind of feels like that. You have to... I mean, I don't really know about ACC much. Glickenhaus. Why is there a Glickenhaus on the entry list? Okay, well, it's a beautiful car. But I'm taking the Toyota today. Have I finished my sentence yet about ACC and iRacing? I don't know what I wanted to say. Hi Arda, yeah, I'm signing up. I did a couple of laps before. I went for a lap for a screenshot and then realized it's the national layout, so then I figured out it's super weird layout. Yeah, I think ACC people are really enjoying the Porsche more than RF2 people, because RF2 people want to do the RF2 things. So for RF2 people it feels like you have to drive it like iRacing, but at the same time you cannot drive it like iRacing because it will be way too slow. But I think for ACC guys it's just more natural in some aspect. I don't know how to explain it even or how to put it. Glick OP. Copy Sven. Well, enjoy the Glick. I mean, it struggles on the straights, right? Or potentially it struggles in the corners as well. It's kind of bouncy. I remember doing a race in the Glick around Sebring. I got shaken to the bones. That's a phrase in English. And, well, COTA is bumpy as well. You know what, that's not correct colors. I think that's a bit better for the Toyota. On my wheel rim. So right, I don't even know exactly how to drive this, but here you go like this and then you kind of cut the apex here and it gives you no cut warning. And then it's just normal COTA. Also, where are you? Rear air be a bit higher up to avoid the fixed setup understeer. Although the Toyota still understeers and oversteers at the same time, so... Sorry. It's a big car, the hypercar. Need to readjust my brain. So the Vanval is naturally aspirated, right? And then the Glick, yeah, I didn't even know about the Glick. Yeah, but to me, again, hypercar versus GT3, it's all about the ABS. I'm just so much more confident and comfortable with ABS off. I can feel the lockup coming and I can adjust, but I don't know what ABS is doing and what ABS wants from me. So that was not a cut. Copy. Well, time to switch server. I have textures, I think, on medium. Like, I tested it. I think the problem is the same as the dirt on the windshield. Even if you have everything on max, it's just low resolution. Like, it looks good from far, but if you're sitting very close, the resolution is really bad.
I don't know if I'm fully correct about that, but I tried like high or max or full resolution player car or whatever it's called, and I didn't notice a significant improvement. What did I want to do? I wanted to have brake migration, and then I wanted to have... Oh, that's it. ABS is in the car. No ABS, ARB. Yeah, those decals there, yeah, it looks quite bad. Anyway, new hardware is coming. Like the 9800X 3D and stuff. Most of the stuff was like ready to be shipped, or like with 1 or 2 days of waiting. But I think there was one thing on the list that was 3 to 10 days of waiting on that store where I ordered. So it will be a bit of a longer delay before I finally assemble everything together and enjoy the FPS and... Ow. What am I doing? I subconsciously hate the Porsche so much that I just love to crash it out a bit, or what, I don't know. At the moment I have a 12,600K i5 and RTX 3080. So that CPU, it's fine if I'm not streaming, but as soon as I open OBS, everything goes downhill. So then I'm normally racing with like 90 to 120 FPS-ish. Ah, that was track limit. I need to learn these track limits. Yeah, 110-ish, well, 115 at the moment. So it's not really great. I mean, it's pretty good, right, for playing a game, but if you know how this RF2 and like how RF2 historically behaved, where it felt stuttery even with like 150, so you had to have 300 to make it smooth sometimes. LMU is a lot better in that aspect, like the 1% and 0.1% lows in the FPS, but it's still a bit weird. When it's sitting at 138 with G-Sync on and with ultra low latency mode, it's perfectly smooth, zero input lag. But I cannot achieve that with OBS on, and yeah. I hope stuff will visually improve for you guys as well when I upgrade. So how much can I cut here? A lot, actually. Can just disregard the white line. I think this is fuel times 2. Not sure if it is. Let me test pit entry anyway. Was a good idea to test it. 10-minute quali. Did somebody say sorry to me? I didn't see. I mean, there were some kind of fist fight against GT3s in the practice. That's a green cut, so I have to keep 2 tires on the curb, and it's gonna be fine. And the Toyota should be a really good car for here because it's great in the corners, in the high-speed corners. But then at the same time it's very bad with traction. I don't know, like there is some traction zones here now. Not even sure how the BOP should be. Anyway, we'll need 1 or 2 more laps to get tires into the window. I don't really know about NASCAR, to be honest. I forgot to load my... wait. LMU. There we go. The battery is full. Actually, it's gonna be hard to burn the battery around here. That's why it's so oversteer in the brakes. It's LMH car. It hates full battery, and the battery just keeps being full. Interesting. Gonna keep it at 200 for some time, I suppose. Cannot put the front into the apex there. Track limits. This and oh dear. Why did that become a track limit? Anyway, let's slowly keep building up the temps. Actually now with 200 kilowatts it's a bit tricky, right? Because now the front pulls at high speed, and then I think turn 2 is kind of... Is it? I think it's already activated through turn 2, so it's a bit more understeer and through the S's. The start of the lap as well, because it's 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I think COTA is probably the worst track for track limits. So weird and inconsistent. At the same time, extremely lenient, but inconsistently lenient. I have to push the car to keep temperatures in, actually. And I see tiny pedal overlays showing me on hearts again. Unlucky. Time to find 9 seconds. Okay, it went green. Good. Thought of giving me limits again. Currently I'm out-qualified by a Glickenhaus. Need more pace. 2 more attempts. I cannot make that turn 1. In practice it was so easy. Actually I need to save a bit of energy. But I don't have much time to spare. I can cut left turn a lot. Yeah, I guess I didn't cut it much now. Like this, right? Yeah. We'll try. I just focused on not cutting. Tires cooling down again. Anyway, let's see what I can do. No! Ah. So that was about to be a cut. And that's a P1. What a lap. Yeah, I don't know, like, in the practice I got the green cut and then on that red stuff a lot when it's like first transition onto the alternate layout. But now there was nothing. I don't know. Well, happy with that P1. And Sven was actually not wrong about the Glickenhaus. It's really effective around here. But why? Anyway, good to see. So, full tank. How many laps are we getting? 40? Or was it 122s? Yeah, I guess we will be doing 21.5s-ish. Could be 30 laps. Yeah, let's see. I will respect tiny pedal overlay. 29. Okay. So kind of 6 laps of 6 laps to add, or 7. Full motor map. Yeah, let's see how lap times are. Classic Toyota acceleration. And I was too scared on brakes. Nice D1. It surely feels like a kart track. I think I got just a little bit of battery handbrake on first lap, but it doesn't feel too bad. Anyway, now I'm safe from clipping. Orange cut almost. Yeah, the Glickenhaus doesn't have the hybrid, right? So it needs a lot more fuel. Half a point again. Weird. I see I'm saving a bit more fuel than others, which is nice. Funny how in that hairpin before, if I hit the anti-cut, car rotates. If I miss it, the car doesn't rotate. Not sure if skill issue or tire issue or car issue. Track limit calculation, it just keeps going for 5 corners. Yeah, the TC is really powerful, but at the same time the Toyota traction is really weird. No! Ah, that's gonna be painful. Would have probably got the BMW. Ah, good. Lifted, I suppose. Yeah, the TC overall it feels really weird on this car. Initially it feels like it cuts a lot, but suddenly the wheel spin can just happen. And it's stuck in low RPM and just... I don't know. Yeah, like now, the rear just went. This is pain. I cut that corner so much before and got no track limit, but I was slow. This is a weird track for multi-class racing. Ooh. I think Arda sent him off there. I mean, I see many possible layouts that would connect Sector 1 with Sector 3 a bit better. Thank you, GT3, for cooperating. I was just waiting for him to turn in. He would be having all rights to do it. But yeah, like, what is this layout even? why would you design something like this? I mean, it's kind of funny, but just make it a straight line, which it effectively is if you disregard the white lines and the curb. But I mean, overall, I surely love some mix-up and having a bit different layout than normally. This race is first time in a long while where I'm happy with traffic and that I was lucky with traffic, or I have been lucky with traffic till now. So how is strategy looking? We're gonna be 23 in the first stint, hard to make it 24. The issue with this BOP battle is that you see how BMW pulls on the straight. It will be very hard to stay behind close enough. But Toyota surely is good in the corners. Orange track limit not great. And I actually need more than 160 deploy. Yeah, as Charlie says, likes and stuff like that will be very, very much appreciated. But surely very thankful for the existing 42 likes. This track layout is difficult to actually talk with the chat. Not many straights. I've never seen GT3s move out of the way this much though. They've been very generous. Sorry, Arda. I was quite late on the brakes, somehow stopped it, but the Toyota is a lot better on the brakes. Was that a cut or not? Like in the end it went back to yellow? But I didn't get any points. I'm getting so lucky with this traffic. It's quite a Monte Carlo, or like a Monte Carlo with a fix, because there is one corner where you can overtake, which is turn 1 here. Nice lockup. Actually, why am I in second gear? To go to downshift. It's hard to listen to the engine here to hear in which gears you are, because the RPMs drop so low that then at some point you don't even hear the engine anymore, so it's like first or second, no idea. I mean, probably I should have made it side by side at some point. I just didn't know what was going on there. Oh, thank you. So courteous of these GT3s. %3 advantage for me on the VE is really nice. If I can just stay within a second of him. But I mean, even better to box ahead of him. Nice catch. I think I'm slowly but surely able to just save 0.1 liters here and there when he attacks into a corner, and I'm just able to lift and get the traffic on the exit. We're both setting PBs now, kind of. What is going on? So many cars just moving away. I mean, I'm very thankful. So about TC settings, I think it's like... I'm gonna check on the straight actually. Cut is 5 or 6. 5 feels almost too low sometimes. But 6 is way too aggressive of a cut. And then the rears get less temperature than front, so I'm just using 5 now. Was it 7 and 9 other values? Yeah, 7, 5, 10. Nobody knows how to behave there in multiclass. Well, including myself. Just didn't know. Should I wait? Should I go left? Should I go right? The Porsche just moved over, luckily. Thought he was about to box. So overcut time, I suppose. I mean, unbelievable. That's not the overcut that I envisioned. Anyway, box. Slippery. Okay, so I done 23 and it will be 6 more. So I guess I had like 26%. So let's see the gap. has he massively overfueled there? Oh, that's quite a gap. It is 6 more, right? It's not 7. Yeah, it must be 6. Too little time for 7. 3 seconds. Well, alright. Would be more fun. DNF. Well, it was good fun to battle while it lasted, even though it was not side-by-side battle, but more of a long-run battle. I mean, it was hard to get worse traffic than what I got, but it's possible. Yeah, I could fuel less. I had 5% advantage fuel-wise or virtual energy-wise. But I think he just put extra lap of fuel in just in case. But that would be so difficult to get a move on him, because the only possible dive bomb is here, but here the BMW just pulls away like crazy. So I don't really know what I would have to do. Probably stay close after sector 2 and proper huge dive into those weird corners towards the end of the lap. Disconnected. Oh, Arda, tough luck. Well, was good fun to follow you, try to find or spot a gap, but yeah, I don't know with this layout where and how, and even when traffic gave me a situation where I would be able to make it side by side, I just didn't understand the geometry of the track and where I have to put my car. Anyway, thank you Arda for the DR. And sorry for your DR loss. But yeah, the BOP between these cars is really like extreme here. The Toyota is so good in many of the corners, but there is quite some acceleration zones. And the Toyota, because it's LMH, it's not just weaker kind of, but it's also having a Toyota specific traction problem. Which I don't understand why is the case. Because generally the car tends to be understeery still, like I have to use quite a lot of rear ARB to make it neutral. But then if I put it, like by default it's 4-1 I think on this fixed setup, I put it 4-3, but to get neutral balance everywhere I would need like 4-7. But 4-7 for traction zones is a disaster, so very unstable and cannot get out corners. But at least the corner is good then, so until the exit. It's a really weird car. I guess I just played safe till the end. Not sure if there is some option to try for a fastest lap. Well, there is clean track ahead now. I could try. Straight into a track limit. And the Glickenhaus is still holding on for P2. I mean, it makes sense, right? Glicken Van Val can be good in Quali, if BOP'd properly, but as soon as it goes to the race, it's utterly terrible. Just way too much fuel and lower efficiency and everything. But I'm thinking if on this layout we raced these cars and it was wet, then we would actually have to reduce the regen. Because no way we could get away with even with 200 kilowatts, just not enough of straights. And then it would be either reduce brake performance with decreasing regen, but it's fine because in the wet you don't really need full brake performance. Or just accept clipping battery and have hand brake into corners, and maybe that works in the rain somehow. Shouldn't, but maybe it does. I hope they fix this automatic pit stop calling one day. Like, why does it request a pit stop if it's last lap of the race and I have enough fuel? No, BMW has much different EC. Not sure if it's just the traction of the car, but like if you check the last race of VMS Pro, I was during the race switching from 3 to 2 and then from 2 to 1, and then even TC cut 1 was too aggressive for BMW. Would need like 0.3 or yeah. But Toyota is completely different. Oh, what happened there? The corner just moved. Anyway, need to be slightly careful with virtual energy because I had the opportunity to get DQ again, or drive through, or stop go, or whatever one gets. But there we go, cross the line. Well, was a gifted win, but I will take it with open hands. Yeah, it was quite, I mean, I think I had one lap more of virtual energy, and then Arda added 2 extra, so like 3 laps extra in the end, or 2.5. He would be probably faster in the end than me, but not sure if he would be able to catch me. Quick check for the race start. Because that Toyota is hopeless off the line. No power, no traction. Even with this is the most massive pole position you can get on the whole calendar. Because P2 is basically P3. Because of how the game forces you to go around the outside. And despite that, just no chance. No chance whatsoever. A bit of a late defense. That was kind of a reactive defense, but nothing too crazy. I mean, I just about made the apex, right? Yeah, maybe I could squeeze under some, like, under FIA rulebook, I should go just flat out off track and squeeze Arda out, but didn't even feel like I had the
the traction or the power to do it. Boomer reaction. Yeah, I mean, about my reaction time, I think it was fine. It's just, yeah, the Toyota being Toyota. Anyway. I did try to ram him into T1 at some point. That's true. I will not deny. He just broke so early. I don't know, I'm never gonna find that moment anyway. But yeah, Toyota is really good there, and that's one of the worst corners for BMW because it loves to lock up front left. And with this elevation change and the front unloading when it like crests, it's so tricky to make the apex. Well, not just BMW, probably all LMDH cars. Yeah. Arda brake checked me, yes. I mean, I'm thinking of this damage and like the HUD that the shows. Like, I will just remove it again because I have it opened just because they added the damage, but it doesn't really show anything. It just scares you. The overlay, like tiny pedal overlay is fine. Can I just like... Can I show you one lap of this? Is this flat out? Yeah, that's easy flat. Well chosen car to show, right? To be honest, the Toyota was very much on the limit through this weight change, or like weight transfer. So easy to do it, but nice catch. Yeah, I mean, Glick suspension is a story of its own. And then probably Sven got like red cut warning, so he had to just keep coasting to avoid a big cut warning. Or a big, like, I don't know, probably it wasn't red, but sometimes it goes red for no reason and then it's instant DT if you don't lift. No, but it's really a beautiful car to drive. Every time I tried it, I really enjoyed it. Just waiting for Dan and Andy to put it into the competition system when it's gonna be like a Van Val and Glickenhaus fixed. Because it's really enjoyable to drive, or even just Glickenhaus fixed. Because Van Val is even more hopeless, I think. Glickenhaus is at least kind of good on the straight, but the Van Val is just LMP2. Anyway. Yeah, Pete, I could do it, but I mean, I hope at some point they allow us to move the in-game HUD around ourselves. It's gonna be just easier to do it. Well, plus 2.6, that's nice. Poor Arda with 2 downwards arrows. Well, it's gonna be gold 1 soon anyway. Was it? Yeah, it was Glickenhaus and Van Val at Portimao, but it was just once, right? Would love it if it was available more often. Why is this online not clickable? I wanted to check this weekly. I'm thinking of what to do. I hope Michi is enjoying the iRacing tires now. But issue is that, so we will be doing again, like we did at Bathurst, we're gonna be doing iRacing 12 hours of Sebring. And then if I drive this, it's gonna mess so much with my muscle memory, but not just muscle memory, also the track knowledge. Because in iRacing you have this weird main straight where it like doesn't go straight in and then left into turn 1, but it goes straight and then turns right a bit into the pit exit and then left. Like, it's so weird. And last turn exit has a weird bump, which is not there in LMU laser scan, which is more modern. I don't know. I probably I'm just gonna skip this, but it would be a nice race to do. Anyway, let's see. I've been streaming quite a lot anyway, so one LMU stream less probably will not do too much of damage. But you know, guys, like if you give me 10,000 subs, 1,000 likes per stream, then maybe at some point I can just solely stream LMU and make even better content out of it. I don't know. And can skip iRacing altogether. Depends on what Rafa Racing Club and the bosses will say, of course. And yeah, there's gonna be everything: driver swaps, teams with liveries, 24-hour races sooner or later. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be very beautiful. Next year, or even late this year, with all the 24 content and with all the features and all the fixes. It's gonna be so nice. But until then, maybe a couple of more iRacing races are needed. Let's see. Well, guys, when is Rafa going to get you in a real car? Great question. I need to double check. It's an expensive game. It's not expensive, to be honest. I mean, you get 30. Is it 30 euros for the base content, and then you can basically race everywhere, even though you don't get all the cars, but you still get like BMW and Mustang GT3s. Yeah, 2K race party coming. I'm already thinking it could be in LMU, but it's gonna be with a big twist if it's in LMU. I don't want to just make it a race, but I don't know, kind of reverse, not reverse grid, but I don't know, start and at turn 1 turn around and do backward slap. I will think of something that will be good and different, but yeah, I want a bit of a change for that. Well, guys, thank you so much again for the chat, for the likes. Yeah, Carol, almost free compared to iRacing as well. Have a nice rest of the evening and see you next time. Bye bye.